take it all, there's nothing left here anyway. We used to talk, but now we don't know what to say. Now we're just two passing strangers. We tried, you lied, goodbye forever. Put me down just to see me get back up again. 6 feet under and you're ready to give all the pain. If I was your new addition, you make me part of your equation. Shattered from the past, wish you were my last. Shattered me to pieces like broken glass.
And then there were only 6 remaining. It is not what we like to say. It is not what we like to do. It is not what we like to hear. But it is reality. Welcome to BAEsports, ladies and gentlemen. An hour later than thought out before. And there is a big reason because of that, Ahmed. Nice to see you. How are you doing today, first of all?
I'm hungry.
Fair enough. So, Ahmed, we've got a lot. Before we get into that, you are hungry. What are you hungry? I mean, I just ate some very good. I don't want to give them any publicity, but some good McDonald's.
Damn, the duck himself
Yeah,
delivered it to you?
McDonald's. Yeah. No one will know what I'm talking about.
No. I don't
clue.
think so.
No clue. You know what I'm talking about when I say McDonald's?
100%. 100%.
You meant to say
No idea.
Exactly. Okay.
Did he go to school with us?
Yes, correct.
You just showed their logo.
But we've got a lot to discuss. The first one. Why are there 6 remaining? Which will also come into the question with a lot of people. Nice to see you all on the Twitch chat, first of all. Thank you all for coming. The main important one being, Ahmed, which is not what we want to see. Why does it keep wanting to give my emails away? That's not what we want. But the next match will be immediately match number 2, which will... don't worry about that. It is not Alper Semi-Aiden on that name, even though it says so. It is not Alper, it is Nemesis for playing against Universe, Ahmed. Obviously, we've got a lot to discuss, a lot to uncover. But let's just talk about it right now. Obviously, as we're talking about it, excuse me, let's show them this here. I mean, Alper Semi-Aiden Furkanin Askerleri of Group B. That game has been aborted, unfortunately, but for a reason, obviously. Alper Semi-Aiden not happy with how they've been treated by the BAEsports staff after a whole lot of stuff. Gunameji when will we see Mbappe today? Today's sponsor PostNord. Obviously, welcome guys. Kitsukatsu, Gunameji, nice to see you all. But yeah, Alper Semi-Aiden not happy with how they've been treated yesterday after a reverse on the decision that happened on their game. Obviously, let's look if we can make this any faster. They are not happy at all with what happened, which I mean I can understand to a certain degree. But the BAEsports staff have reversed the decision. The BAEsports League of Legends staff have reversed the decision on yesterday's only game which happened, and today we will also have only one game, the main one. Let's talk about it a little bit, Ahmed, after I've said that 50 times, obviously. Which is over here, Nemesis has their loss reversed after Alper Semi-Aiden got caught cheating by the Nemesis team yesterday.
Nemesis team, yeah.
Via account sharing and being unable to scout, and obviously Alper Semi-Aiden not happy about the decision being made. Nemesis delighted. Nemesis.
Which also, let's not forget, this immediately puts them in the semifinal.
Which was what I was just about to mention. You know, great minds think alike, as they say. Nemesis obviously delighted with this decision, but obviously you, me, the rest of the BAEsports team, the BAEsports in general are excited and happy to a certain degree that the teams are indeed policing themselves, because they found these violations of account sharing. They found the violations of not being able to scout the other opponent through their OPGGs, which came to our attention thanks to Nemesis, obviously.
Yeah, the Nemesis team members, I guess they were first a bit salty, but I guess they were in the right, because of course if you are unable to scout the enemy, if you are unable to prepare yourself against a certain team, then that's a big disadvantage, and because it's not on you that you weren't able to do your homework right? The enemy team was able to, I guess, use their accounts for their advantage, right? For example, as we said, we mentioned in the essay out there, or the report, or whatever, the news, right, in the website, that Team Nemesis was unable to scout, really, because you had very different players. Like, each player had 3 roles, 4 roles, so you're unsure, and some of the accounts were not linked on Challenger mode, so you don't know who's who. You don't know who's going jungle, you don't know whatever. So when they were scouting, they saw, for example, their jungler played support, and then he switched to jungle, but like Flash was sometimes on D, Flash was sometimes on F, so they were unsure who's going where, who's going who, what do they play, what their play style is like, what are their trends, So it's a big disadvantage, and it was kind of considered as a loophole, as we written in the rule book, that it's a loophole that they can use for their advantage.
It is within the exploits, obviously, that we've mentioned plenty of times on the BAEsports rulebook, and it is there. The rulebook is there to make sure that everyone is on the same level, on the same playing field, and that we all have a fair chance to play. Alper Semi Aidin has been caught not playing by
lacking
the rulebook.
They were caught lacking.
They were caught lacking indeed. And obviously with that, they have until 9 p.m. my time, 9 p.m.
Which is
CEST, to come up with proof of their innocence, which may reverse it. However, by the way that things are, the only thing that they've stated, and they've stated this publicly, so therefore, I can also commentate about this publicly. The process is still going on privately, behind closed doors, but what they've only done so far is stated publicly, saying that if BAEsports or their opponents, Nemesis in this case, has such a big problem with it, why not report them to Riot Games? Which, if you were to ask me, is not only unnecessary. Obviously, as we've mentioned, us at the BAEsports team, we do everything that we can to make sure that the rules are followed, and we try to provide, the BAEsports, the admins try to provide as well as good of a punishment, or as suitable of a punishment as can happen. They were allowed to play this game, yet they abandoned it, they aborted it, did not want to play, only mentioned publicly that BAEsports is a very unorganized tournament, very unorganized people, that they would not recommend. And obviously, while I personally disagree with it, and I think, well, except for the disorganization, but they've got a point. They've got a point there, which fair enough. You've hit that one on the head, but obviously, on a personal level, I disagree, but they are entitled to their opinion, which is completely fine. They no longer wish to participate, which is also really on them. Alper Semi Aidin, which obviously brings Forkanin to 3rd place and Alper Semi Aidin to last of Group B. Unless, and this is a big unless, they manage to prove to the BAEsports team that they have in fact not cheated, they've not shared any accounts, or they've used an account which was in the OPGG. But by the mountain of evidence that Nemesis have provided, and that the BAEsports admins have been able to track down as well, it seems pretty tough for them.
Yeah, it seems highly unlikely that they would be able to get some evidence, some proof that would prove their innocence, basically. This is an R. Kelly situation, so.
Oh my god.
So.
Right. Right, I don't
You
know
like
about
that?
that one. Yeah, I don't know about that one. But cheating is cheating. It doesn't matter
Yeah.
on what.
Small amounts, big amounts. Yeah.
It's
Whatever you do, you can't do it, basically.
Of
I don't
course.
know what I'm saying, man. I don't know what I'm saying.
But obviously, I mean, more to the story is on our website, wearebaesports.com. It is the really breaking news at the minute. The League of Legends, let's just say the League of Legends community is not happy at all with this news going on. But we want to thank again Nemesis for having brought this to our attention, and we want to thank as well Alper Semi Aiden for having participated in the tournament, having registered, having done all the things that they needed to do. And obviously they can talk as badly as they want. The only thing that I don't really like is the lying about this, or the trying to hide the truth on a public level. Pretending that no research was done, etc., etc. Show us your evidence. Show us your proof. If it truly is the way that it is, that you say that it is, right? Then if you've really got nothing to hide, then show it to us. But in this scenario, they want to they want to discredit BAEsports. They want to discredit the organization, and more importantly, that wasn't me, by the way. They also want to discredit their opponents, Nemesis, in this regard.
Yeah.
Which is the big, which is not nice. It's something that is not needed. But nevertheless, all we can do is we can wish them, we can wish them the best for the future. And we hope that they join again, but this time under the rules, because the rules are there and the rules are on the website. The rules are on every Discord. It's not like they're hidden somewhere in a secret treasure that we take, just in case something's gone wrong and stuff like that. It is a material of reference that took a couple of months to work on, Ahmed. If you remember this very well, the Hunt, who unfortunately is not here due to personal reasons. We hope that he is okay. He's worked on the rulebook quite a long time. So, and teams do know about this. It's not like it's hidden. It's not like it's gone. It's not like nobody can see it. So yeah.
I mean, the rulebook has been there before the tournament even started. It was publicly announced, so I think I'm glad some teams read it, but I suppose a lot of teams are unaware of the rules and they did not really care about it. So, which is why Alper Semi got lacking, like R. Kelly.
Stop mentioning it, man. What's wrong with you? So obviously here is our next game. Just disregard the name at the left bottom of your screen. It is Nemesis. It should be Nemesis. They are competing against Universi for the first time after their name change is coming and competing. And Ahmed, we've talked about this quite a while. This game, like the last couple of weeks, or the last couple of days. Should be more like that. Not only have they had their name change, but this will be the very important one as Group Group B, I mean, this will be the decider of Group B. Who will they compete against? This is what we are looking at right now. Randajar and Los Pocholocos are going to the next round. That is already
Of course,
decided.
Randajar being first seed.
Yes,
It's literally in that order. It's literally in that order
No,
right
it
now.
is. It is. It is. I. That's what I did. We made the graphics last night very quickly to make sure that it is that it was set up well. Nemesis as well, with Universi Instituto FEP. They are at the top right now, but this is the big decision making between Nemesis and Universi Instituto FEP. I mean, it is going to be one of the. It is going to be the biggest esports event at the minute. We don't know what will happen. We've got teams, we've got the fans from both sides usually. They will come up, but I'm excited to see the new UPV name change and see if it actually brings something with them rather than just a name change. For right now, it doesn't seem like it's gonna be a major difference. But who knows? It could. They have one added player in the roster,
Of course.
which means that that it might be a big changer. But regardless, both of them are already in the next round, Ahmed.
Of course, I think also a bit of an advantage. The university team does have a coach.
Right.
That
Yeah,
might be
that'll-
a bit of an
that'll-
advantage.
Absolutely. While we are going into the we are
Draft.
into the drafts. Give us 1 second. We are trying to make sure everything is set up. Well, I'm getting messages left and right. Let me see. There we go. We should be on this screen right over here. Let's see if we can bring it on. There we go. There we have your screen over here, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, for the people that are new here, Nemesis on your left, Team HVC. Sorry, not. What did I say?
HVC.
Huh?
You said HBC.
Why did
I don't-
HVC just come up?
I don't know, man. I don't know. That's up to you.
But yeah, Team Nemesis on your right, your left. Jesus Christ, I'm tired. You could tell, right, that I'm tired.
If you
Team
can make it a bit
Nemesis-
smaller.
I will. Give me just 1 second, please, with
Alright.
trying to make everything possible. But yeah, Team Nemesis on your left. Universi is the name on your right, ladies and gentlemen, and we have a game already on our hands. The first and last game. It is
Of the group stage.
most important game. Well, yeah, of the last game of the group stages. You are correct.
We are literally hitting. I'll start talking about the draft. All right. First of all, we saw a
Please do.
Caitlyn ban coming in. We see 3 ADC bans coming in. Nautilus as well being banned, and Rammus, very surprising ban. I suppose the jungler for team Nemesis might be a Rammus one trick or Rammus main, and LeBlanc being banned. We see Yuumi Sivir immediately being picked for Nemesis, a good combo nowadays, especially with the Yuumi rework being available. And of course, the Yuumi rework, the Yuumi essentially is allowed in the tournament. We don't follow 100% of Riot's rules. When there is a rework, she's not allowed. She is a champion in the game, and I believe if she is a champion in the game, she's allowed. But of course, we see immediately jungle pick coming in for team the university team, and then following it up with Zeri Lulu bot lane. Of course, right now the matchups are quite fair. I'd say Sivir Yuumi onto the Zeri Lulu. It's a bit fair, but I see a bit of an advantage going for the Zeri Lulu, only because I'm not really sure how effective the Yuumi rework is. I've not seen much of her. I've not seen how different she is from the old Yumi, so we're gonna see how that's gonna work. But of course, we're gonna head back into the bans. We see 4 mid lane bans coming in. The Aurelion Soul rework being banned, the Silas being banned from Team Nemesis. Meanwhile, on the other side, Kassadin and the Syndra being banned. Of course, interestingly enough, we have 5 mid lane bans. 5 bans that were used for the mid lane. You can see how dangerous mid lane is. They both want to disable each other's mid laners. Victor being picked up, very good champion. It scales well, but I suppose if you're gonna match it, unless somehow Gragas is essentially the mid lane pick, so the university team kind of wasted their bans because so far right now, Gragas is the mid laner for Team Nemesis. Oh, we see an Anivia pick coming in, so Gragas might be going top lane or jungle right now, but we see the Anivia is going to be put into the Victor, and a Sejuani coming in for Nemesis, last pick as a top laner for the Universe A. Who is it going to be? But so far, honestly, I see kind of a better setup for Team Nemesis. A little bit, they have for example, let's say in team fights. Oh, never mind. I'll find someone like you, Olaf, coming in for the top lane against the Sejuani or the Gragas. I expect the Sejuani to go top lane and Gragas jungle. I think that's the most reasonable choice right here. But because if Olaf against the Gragas at level 6, Gragas won't be able to play the lane at all. Because you have to expect that he is gonna go kind of like a hyper or a full AP. But also on another side, you don't have a lot of AD damage. You have one AD damage dealer for Team Nemesis, Sivir coming in. Meanwhile, the rest are you have the Sejuani who is tanky, and then the Gragas is going to be heavily AP or have full tank, and then Anivia is definitely full AP, and Yumi, you can't counter as a damage dealer basically. So you have one damage dealer, and it's going to be protect the president situation all over again. Meanwhile, on the other side, you have the Victor. He's gonna unleash a lot of damage. Olaf, we can run through the CC. Olaf, Olaf is such a great pick here. Such an amazing pick, considering you have Sejuani who can come in with the ult. She can come in with the passive. Gragas with his ult, with his E. The freaking Anivia coming in with her Q, with the slows, Yumi with her ult, and Olaf says no to all of that. And meanwhile, on the other side, you have Lulu who can set up the team beautifully. Wukong can jump in the back line and get a knockup, and then Victor can just follow up, or the Zeri can follow up, or the Olaf follows up. So far, the Olaf pick changed everything. The Olaf pick literally tells me that Universe A has a better team right now. The team is way scarier, way stronger, at least in my opinion, and hopefully, just hopefully, we get a fair game, a fairly even match game. But right now, what I'm seeing, better setup, better combos, better everything goes for Universe A. The only thing that Team Nemesis has, if you give Sivir the lead and you work around her and you play around her and you make sure that she excels, you're more likely to win because there's no champion that could really get onto the Sivir, especially have a Yumi on top of her. Like Wukong might be able to with the Lulu, Olaf might be able to dash in, but Sivir will be able to keep her distance, especially since she has a lot of movement. But other than a few picks here and there, Nemesis can win. They just have to make sure that they prioritize Sivir. They have to make sure that the Sivir doesn't die. Sivir gets a lot of the resources. Sivir goes booming. Sivir wins lane. That's what you need right now. You just need to enable Sivir. On the other side, Wukong can work anywhere. Wukong can go work for the Olaf, work for the Victor, work for the Zeri. He's good to go in any lane. You can get anyone ahead here, and you're in a good situation. You're in good hands. But on the other side, you have to rely on the Yumi. I mean the Sivir, because let's be honest, Olaf is probably going to be heavily magic resist. Wukong is going to be heavily magic resist. You have Anivia, you have Yumi, you have Gragas. You have 3 champions that are AP damage orientated, right? So you just need magic resist in this case for Team Universe A. So Sivir is the win condition for Team Nemesis. On the other side, all of them are win conditions, at least for me, because you can't really say anything. Olaf's gonna be damaged, Victor damaged, Zeri damaged, Wukong damaged, a lot of damage dealers.
Yeah, but I mean, you are talking about champions. You're right, but one thing we have to take into account, obviously, is that the North posted team Nemesis has Meryl, which is rank number 1 in the Korean. League of Legends
rank
esports
1
scene,
Korea server. Yeah,
exactly, correct. So you gotta put some respect on Meryl over there, and because if not, his fanboys are gonna come after you, which they're kind of worse than K-pop fans, so you gotta be a little bit careful.
Oh no, what do you mean? They're the best.
I'm scared. Help me.
But anyway, like we can clearly see the draft. I'd say Universe A won draft, but execution is gonna be a big part. We're gonna see how they're gonna execute it. Of course, we're gonna have to wait 3 minutes to head into the game. Of course, spectator delay. Love it. But it.
No, I was just agreeing with you. I just said yep.
So yes, spectator delay. But if Zeri gets ahead, it's over. If Victor gets ahead, he's over. Especially if he's able to get that early kills, early assists. He's just gonna get his upgraded E, upgraded Q, upgraded W, and he's gonna run through this Anivia. The good thing for Team Nemesis, the good, beautiful thing, they have so many abilities that will make sure that no one is able to get onto the Sivir. You have Sejuani, you have Gragas, you have Anivia, you have Yumi, you have so much that makes sure that the Sivir survives, right? But on the other side, you have so much abilities that enable you to jump in and and catch her. So the moment Sivir slips, the moment she's caught lacking in lane and she starts thinking she's cute enough to step up, boom, she's gone.
And
especially since
sorry, continue.
You have
please.
so much, especially since you have an Olaf, so you gotta play extra safe. You gotta be like, hey, I don't like stepping up. I want to play safe. Please don't touch me. And that's what Sivir needs to think about the whole game right now.
And obviously, I mean, while we're talking about that, let's talk a little bit about the group stages in that regard. What it will be. Randajar going up against P2, against the loser of this game. And Los Pocho Locos going against the winners of Group 2. Obviously.
Yes.
Are we your prediction so far, only from what we've seen from the draft, obviously is very likely going to
Universe
be Universe A. We are then looking forward to a Spanish versus Spanish team, or well, a semi-final that is full Spanish, and a Randajar versus Nemesis, ending that as well. Randajar, in your scenario, obviously, it can also be that we are once again surprised. But with that said, I mean, Randajar, they look like a very strong team and one that is often very undermined, in my opinion.
I mean, Randajar, we've seen them play last week. They are a very good team. They're the best team in Group A for obvious reasons, which is why they're at the top of the group. But at the same time, the level of play is very different in Group B. Very, very, very different. The level is way higher in Group B, which is why as I said before, I think, Nemesis, even if they lose this now, I think they can beat Randajar. But they might prove us wrong, who knows?
Mm-hmm.
But the level of League of Legends gameplay that I've seen is just one-sided so far. Group B is taking the top spot every time for me.
No, I mean Group B has been insane. The amount of competitiveness, the amount of determination that these teams had. Obviously, either whether they did it right or whether they did it wrong, one cannot deny that Group B was a group that was, you couldn't mess with them.
Yeah,
very dangerous.
They're stronger. They're stronger, I'd say.
So Randajar and Los Pocho Locos, they have some work to do. They have some homework to do still for the semifinals. However, especially with Randajar, and I'm so sorry for the guys from Los Pocholocos that I'm saying this, but especially for Randajar, I think that the people in the Group B still cannot be too calm about their upcoming game if they are going to be competing against Randajar.
Randajar will have to do their homework. If they're not watching this, I don't know what they're doing. They want to win.
They should be.
This is the most important. Yeah. Because whoever wins or loses here determines who you play against. That's basically it. And you gotta be aware of what their playstyle is, what their tactics is, and everything. So
we are going into the one and only game of today.
What's your time frame?
It is at 30 seconds at the minute.
Alright.
35, 36, 37, 38,
37, 38, 39.
You're maybe like half
Okay.
a second behind, but that's okay.
45, 46, 47, 48.
What happened here? Why do I
Right.
hear you all of a sudden on my speakers? What's going on?
I don't know. But we're at 54, 55, yeah?
Yep, correct.
57,
Alright.
58, 59. Okay.
So for whatever reason, give us 1 second because we do have some issues with with this over here. We are gonna fix some of these issues. There we go. We at 1 minute and 13 seconds. It's right now on my screen. As you see here, good luck, have fun.
123, 124, 125.
First blood already going on. First blood.
First
already.
blood going for Team Nemesis, of course. They caught the freaking jungler lacking, trying to get some vision, and they were able to get the first kill easily, but it's gonna go into the hands of the Gragas. Not an optimal solution. You do want to enable the Anivia, I'd say, more than the Gragas, but at least getting some gold into your team early is never a bad sign. But of course, we see in the bot lane, look at this, the Sivir has to walk up, has to trade the low. At the same time, the Lulu Zeri is gonna be able to, you know, deal with them. They're gonna have a lot of sustain, so the Sivir has to poke them down. The Yumi has to land her Qs. They have to do so much to at least have a position where the jungler can come and attack them easily. But nothing I think is gonna happen right now.
Sorry, I'm very embarrassed to ask you this, but I'll ask you this anyway. Could you correct me in the control at the bottom, please?
They're all correct.
Okay, fair enough.
The players, you mean, yeah? The champions.
Yeah, Pachiel Pirata top lane.
Yeah?
And then
Orisco
second.
jungle. Alejandro drop.
Could you check out the
mid.
stream very quickly? Could you do me that favor very quickly?
Oh, yours is different. Why is yours different?
Yeah, because
What did you change?
I moved it. Is it like this?
Okay. Change the green haired one with the monkey, yeah, you're good.
Yeah, okay. Alright, we're good. Perfect. Sorry about
Alright,
that, guys.
we're 3 minutes into the game. Like I said, nothing is really gonna happen. Every lane right now is gonna play safe, they're gonna play so they're gonna try to scale. Because you gotta scale. The jungler would probably look for full clears here, try to get some gold, get some damage, because nothing's gonna happen.
We already kind of... we already kind of talked about this, the start of this game yesterday. We said it will be either one of the most explosive ones or it will be a very tactical one. And we were kind of voting on the tactical. We talked about it yesterday. It seems,
wait,
like
hold
our
up.
prediction is correct at the minute.
Hold up, Yumi taking a lot of damage here for no reason at all, stepping up, and Zeri is did not allow her to step up the ward. So right now, a bit of an advantage for Universe because they do have the advantage in that tri-brush. So the jungler might look for a gank here if Sivir and Yumi step up in the lane. But right now, that was a good trade for Universe. But meanwhile, in the mid lane and the top lane, you do see the Victor being pushing very hardly. So he is, I suppose the jungler is very close to him, so he is able to play aggressive. But in the bot lane right now, Sivir and Yumi are not allowed to walk out of their turret. They are trapped under the turret. So right now, my advice would be for Team Nemesis: keep what you're doing. You're winning in CS because you're pushing every wave. The jungler is in every position, right? We see the jungle getting caught out and has to flash to escape, so Sivir and Yumi doesn't follow up and get a free kill. Another one, I would say. But right now, you just need to play it safe, push the waves. Whenever you want your junglers around you, try to force more pushing, just so that your team, the enemy team, doesn't get any resources, doesn't get any gold. Because the more you push, the scarier you are. But meanwhile, we see in the mid lane Victor being cocked. He pushed too much, and this is gonna be another kill picked up by the Team Nemesis. Yes, it is. It is. It is. They pick up another kill. The Victor stepped up, and he had no jungler around him. As I had mentioned, if your jungler is around you, try to play a little aggressive, push the lane, yeah. But if he's not, don't overdo it, because Victor right now, he overpushed. He made a big mistake by, you know, they saw the enemy jungle. Team Nemesis saw the enemy jungle and their jungle trying to take Krugs, and he flashed away. So they do realize that the Wukong does not have flash, so they're able to play a little aggressive right now. But Victor right there caught, I suppose, trying to. I think he was pushing the wave to recall, and he kind of overdid it. And the Sejuani was there on the right time at the right place. But right now, so far, we see a bit of a gold lead for Team Nemesis, which I did not expect, of course, any gold lead at all in the game, because their team comp is very, very, I would say, not worse, but a lot different from Universe. And the Gragas is able to hold himself in the top lane. He is not struggling at all, picking up CS freely. He does have some damage thanks to that Doran's ring. So he does hurt, but the moment Olaf decides to go all in, he has to be scared. But right now, Olaf does not have any mana. But meanwhile, in the mid lane, Victor all ends the Anivia, even though she has the egg available. I guess he wants to burst her down a little bit in case the Wukong wants to come. We see in the top lane that Olaf does have some mana. He's trying to get the trade here, get it for his advantage, but the Gragas is able to escape easily. He is a very healthy, thick boy, and he's able to walk away. But we see there that Olaf is very dangerous. The moment he catches you slip up, the moment he catches you overextending, he's able to immediately jump on you and get a free kill. But right now, Olaf does have the flash, and the Gragas also does have the flash, so it might be a case scenario where Gragas might flash in and get the kill, or the Olaf flashes and autos a few times to get the kill. But right now, Olaf is in a very scary situation. Sejuani is in the top lane. She does not have ult. Will they be able to grab this kill? Sejuani, oh wait! Big misplay coming in from Sejuani. She does not land her passive correctly, and the flash was available for the Olaf, so they both flashed, by the way. The Gragas and the Olaf both flashed away from the turret, but Olaf was able to get a kill and respond in a big misplay from the Sejuani. Right now, though, we see the Lulu moving up to the top lane, getting some vision because Rift Herald is about to spawn. So they might be thinking about grabbing that Rift Herald because the jungler right now does not have ult for Team Nemesis. But meanwhile, on the mid lane, Lulu's there trying to poke down the enemy, just creating some pressure so they don't move to the Rift Herald. And the Drake is not even available for them to take. Right now, Team Nemesis is looking at a big advantage. They're going to grab the Rift Herald, they're going to move directly to the bot lane, maybe get something for the Zeri, or put the Rift Herald for the mid lane. But meanwhile, the Zeri is able to kind of hold herself in the bot lane. They do spot out the Sejuani, but Anivia is caught lacking here. Does Victor have ult? Not yet. He is unable to do anything about it. Anivia might be grabbing something here. Victor very low, very, very low. Anivia does have her Heg available. She does have her passive available, so she might look for something or not. I don't know. She decides to step back, and it's not worth it. But in the top lane, though, we see Wukong is gonna spawn the Herald probably for the top lane. They are gonna dive the Gragas. They do a lot of damage. Olaf is not like being CC'd. Flash being used by the Wukong and his ult being used as well. Rift Herald being spawned in the top lane. This might be first turret going to the side of Universe. Of course, let's not forget to mention that. Oh wait, hold up. In the mid lane, Sejuani lands a beautiful ult, and that's another kill picked up by the Anivia. Anivia having 2 kills, but meanwhile, while all of that happened, they're gonna grab the first turret in the top lane. So is it really worth it? They lost a lot of resources thanks to that Rift Herald being taken by the Wukong.
It seems to go horribly. I mean, it seems to go quite equal for both sides. The first turret has gone to Universe A.
Yeah, of course, and we see, like I mentioned, it's very scary for Nemesis to fight them. Really, they have to go for the picks, but you can't really go everywhere, right? Sejuani can't be everywhere all at one time. So going for that Victor, I suppose, was a kind of a response, and giving a plating for the Nivea is kind of a good response. But you lost a lot of gold and a lot of resources in the top lane, and right now Drake is gonna spawn in about 2 minutes. So will they try to do something? Try to get vision? Try to enable the Sivir at least right now, just so she can is able to recall and get an item, or will they just try to not contest the Drake and give it away and go for the third Drake and, or I don't know, maybe contest the soul point? Because so far right now Zeri is winning because she does have the cold, by the way, so she's gonna get the cold in about the next wave, or no, she's gonna get it right now, so she's gonna be able to get the cold item right now, finish it, and she's gonna be able to get the item quickly. She's good to go. She's gonna be way bigger than the Sivir, way scary than the Sivir. Of course, large wave being pushed in the bot lane, Sivir was able to get some platings here, but right now all the damage, all the resources are in advantage of Team Universe. But one scenario though,
correct, but
the one thing though I wanted to mention, sorry for interrupting you. The one thing I wanted to mention is the Anivia is scary right now. 2 kills, 1 assist, 97 CS into the Victor who did not even hit 80 CS yet. 11 minutes in. So Anivia right now is the scariest person in Team Nemesis, but meanwhile on the other side you have the Olaf, you have the Wukong, you have the Zeri. 3 scary members for Team Universe.
It is. You've definitely talked already about the draft happening, and that obviously during the draft, well, not anymore UDPV.
Big misplay from the Sejuani trying to steal the Scuttle Crab, but it's not worth it. Anivia trying to zone out the team, but she's not going to be able to do anything. She might fall down, her passive might fall down, but we see in the backline Sivir coming in with Yuumi ult. She does not do a lot of damage, but is it going to be enough? It is. They do grab the Victor, and the third death for Victor, getting another kill for Team Nemesis, but meanwhile on the other side, Zarya is able to get the kill on the Gragas, but Sivir is lashing a lot of damage. They might be caught out of position. Zeri, what was that? Lulu, what was that?
Double kill.
What was that?
Wow!
They step out of position. They try to force something. They were a bit greedy, and Sivir was able to grab a triple kill there. And I'm surprised they're not going for Drake right now because the Wukong is down, the Zeri is down, and the Lulu is down. Do they have Smite? They do not have Smite. That's probably the reason why they did not commit on the Drake, but big misplay for Nemesis from Universe A. The Victor going down early, the flank coming in from the Sivir, which should have not worked. They should have spotted her, but it works flawlessly, I would say. And she's able to go back and grab her Kraken Slayer, and she does have a 300 gold shutdown, so she might be the focus right now for Team Universe A. As I said before, Sivir is the only real threat for you if you're Universe A, because you already see some magic resist coming in from Team Universe A, so the Anivia won't be lashing as much damage, but the Sivir is going to be deadly right now. Of course, the Drake is going to go for Universe A. I'm surprised that it did. I think Nemesis would have been able to finish the Drake quickly if they committed for it, but I suppose they did not want to risk it and decided to get the gold and head back home. But of course the Anivia passive was used there. The egg was used there. They were able to get the Anivia passive, but she might be getting it in the next 2 minutes or 3 minutes, so right now the situation is looking very dangerous for Team Universe. They gotta capitalize on something. You gotta get the shutdowns and they gotta win.
What was insane was that with this one mistake, the level playing field is back to equal, the gold is back to only 100 to 200 in difference. And Ahmed, the look of confusion that you had in your face when that misplay was done by Universe A was pretty priceless. But I think it really summed up the whole movement done by the team and how costly it was to them.
I mean, of course, when that fight happened, they had no clue where the Sivir is. They decided to commit because they thought the Sivir was not close to them and she would not be able to fight them, right? And on top of that, she had the Yumi on top of her, so she had so much more damage than usual, and she had so much sustainability. But you have to, I suppose, expect it. You see a Sivir, you gotta catch her out. You gotta kill her first, because she is the most dangerous champion right now for Team Nemesis. So you gotta be careful with that, because right there it showed us that Team Nemesis yesterday did not have a great game plan, but right now they are showing us that they know what they're doing. They're trying to prove us wrong by saying Universe A is not the scariest team in the group. They want to be the scariest team in the group. But of course, as we saw as well, yeah, we saw as well, the objectives right now are going for Team Universe A. The 2 Drakes being picked up, the second Reptile being picked up. No objectives has really gone to Team Nemesis except that 1 turret in the bot lane. But that might change in the next 5 minutes or so. But meanwhile, Victor again being picked up, being bullied. Anivia is probably gonna grab another kill. Victor does not have flash, and that's another kill. Gonna go for the Anivia. Wait for it. There we go.
It took a lot longer than expected.
It took a lot longer than expected, but at the same time, Victor again being caught 4 deaths for the Victor. The mid laner is not having a fun time. But on the other side, Anivia is having a fun time. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, they're trying to catch the Sivir off guard, but they are unable to. The Yumi being so OP here, providing so much healing, so much sustain, and they're unable to do anything, and that's another 3 kills going for Team Nemesis. Big decision-making misplay right there. They thought they caught the Sivir with the Yumi alone. They thought they could do something with the Lulu as well. She did have ult, the Zeri ult, the Wukong ult, but she has a lot of sustainability thanks to the Yumi. You have the Sivir ult, which gives you some distance. You have the Yumi healing. You have the Yumi the movement speed as well, and the damage increased. So you have a lot of sustainability coming in for the Sivir. You can't catch her that easily. Especially, you need the Victor ult. You need a lot of more CC to catch her off guard. And right now, she's worth 400 gold shutdown. You gotta do. Team Universe A has to do something about the Sivir. They have to do something about the Sivir. And right now, Team Nemesis is executing their game plan perfectly, because it is a protect the president situation. But of course, objective advantage right now is for Team Universe A.
Yeah, I mean, they do have the same regards in the amount of turrets, but the amount of kills really show the difference of Nemesis in the group. And it is surprising that Universe A has this loss at the minute. It seems like they may be playing it off a little bit and waiting things out for the long run. If I'm not mistaken, the goal diff is not that big, although it is noticeable. It is notable for both them and Nemesis. But Universe A has gotten through worse on later in the group stages, and it may be so that they will do it again.
Yeah, and also we see an interesting item coming in from the Sejuani. First item, Sunfire Aegis coming in for the Sejuani. Gives her a bit more, I suppose. She's able to go in and lash out some true damage, some AP damage onto the side of Universe A. Because the item is essentially very good, but as a first item, I would not expect a lot of tanks to go first item Sunfire Aegis, but right now it's proving to be a great item, considering you have a lot of AD damage and not really any AP, damage coming in. I mean, especially the Victor. The Victor is not that scary right now. But meanwhile, they do use the Rift Herald mid lane. She might be able to get the charge. She does, but it's not going to be great charge. They do not get the turret. They used it to get some advantage in the jungle right now. They wanted some vision, some prio. But meanwhile, in the jungle, we see a Sejuani ult being landed in the backline. Olaf trying to go in, but a lot of damage coming from the Anivia. Wukong going in. He is spinning, but it's not good enough. Gragas coming in with a beautiful 3-man knockup, and they are losing everything. They're losing the fight. Gragas, beautiful execution. The ult lands, zoning everyone. Sejuani lands her ult in the backline, and Sever's gonna grab another kill, and that's an ace coming in for Team Nemesis. Beautiful execution by everyone. Sejuani ult lands on the Zeri. The Victor is unable to do anything. Positioning wise, Gragas was basically he zoned them out very beautifully. Lulu was unable to get onto this area and give her some shields. Wukong tried to go on the back line, Olaf tried to go on the back line, but the Anivia and Sivir damage is insane. They are unable to catch the Sivir. And right now, Team Nemesis looks like they're gonna head for top spot in the group.
It does look that way, Ahmed, but they are going, in which case they would go up against Los Pocho Locos, the other Spanish team. We have been surprised before. We are surprised once again by how one-sided this game looks 20 minutes in to the game. 6k difference in gold with the difference in turret, but you can already see them struggling once that they get extra they get extra gold on their objective.
Hold up, they might be being able to pick up the Gragas here. Meryl might fall down here. He does use his ult to get some zoning position, but Olaf's trying to chase. He is gonna grab the kill, but meanwhile on the other side in the jungle, Sivir was able to grab the Wukong. A lot of damage. The Glacial Prism does not land on the Lulu, but the slow does land and they're able to grab another kill. Victor meanwhile does fall. Zeri might fall as well. Sivir is chasing her down. Zeri won't be able to escape, and that's another 4 or 5 kills for Team Nemesis. They're gonna be able to grab the Olaf. He does not have ulti. They might hand it to the Sivir. They do hand it to the Sivir, and that's more gold going into the hands of Sivir and the backpack of Sivir. And right now, Team Universe was able to execute the right thing. They were able to grab the Gragas. They were able to grab Nero, but they did not grab the Sivir.
Their second ace within 2 minutes. Nemesis on the attack, especially right now, trying to get all the advantage and even taking the disadvantage by taking Baron Nashor as well. Nemesis delighted with how this game is going on. Nemesis showing that they need to be feared. Nemesis showing that Universe has not done their homework just enough, and that is the second turret gone for Universe. And Universe right now in all fields in big trouble. They need to really get this thing going. 9k gold diff, and it is with 17 kill difference to 21 minutes in.
1 kill per minute for Team Nemesis, meanwhile 4 kills for Team Universe. They are struggling, they are lacking in damage. They have to catch Sivir, they have to catch the Anivia, they have to get the shutdowns into the Zeri or the Victor. The Victor is so far behind. We can already see Rod of Ages being completed for the Anivia and the Seraph's Embrace as well. She is probably going to go for the Zonia's third item just to give her some sustainability and not die so quickly. So right now their jobs, the Universe's job, has to be killing this Sivir. If they do not catch the Sivir, if they do not hand the gold to this area, I don't see any situation where they win a fight. Because they can grab 1 kill, of course, but they won't be able to win the game like this. They are letting the Zeri CS in the mid lane right now. Every wave is going to be pushed. Baron minions being pushed as well. But it's not going to be enough. Zeri will have to grab 2, 3, maybe even 4 items to actually be in the same level as the Sivir. Sivir already completing 3 items. She does have the Kraken Slayer, the Quick Blades, Navari Quick Blades, and on top of that, the Lord Dominic's Regards. So she is very, very scary. She does so much damage, especially since there's not a lot of armor coming in for Team Universe. We see as well that the Olaf switched his Mercuries to the Ninja Tabby, so the Steel Cap, so he is scared of that Sivir's damage, and she does lash out a lot of damage. I mean, right now, Sivir looking like she's having the time of her life, especially with the Yumi on her back as well. She is unable to be caught. She is fast, she is deadly, she is dangerous. So right now, they're probably going to move into the jungle. They're going to clear some vision. They're trying to get some prio in the bot lane and the mid lane just to grab Drake. But right now, honestly, right now, there is no situation where Universe is able to come back. Olaf uses his ult just to escape, basically. Anivia did half his health just like that. She just landed the Q and E, and that's half his health. Right now, Team Meryl and his fans are winning, and they're probably gonna head to first place in the group.
They are. It seems like that. It seems like there is no way back for Universe. And we've talked about this before. We've said that there have been many upsets in the BAEsports previous League of Legends tournaments, and there is one once again with Nemesis taking the Group B. So far, so good, at least for the team. Alas, it is not finished yet, as we are 24 minutes in there. But with Merrill and his fans, as you've mentioned, Ahmed, must be delighted. Once we've talked about him being ranked #1 in the Korea esports scene, we thought it was a joke, we thought it was a meme, but alas, we've been wrong before, and we are wrong again, as there's almost 10k difference in gold, and almost 10k kill difference away as we reach the 25-minute mark in top lane, and you look like that was the most gorgeous kill you've seen in a while.
Well, that was some beautiful execution from Merrill. Wukong thought he grabbed the Gragas out of position. The Olaf tried to follow up and grab a kill, grab some gold for his team, but meanwhile, while all of that happened, Merrill was able to get a response kill. Wukong is dead because of that. You know, they did grab the inhibitor, and Olaf does not have ulti to escape, and that's going to be another kill probably handed to the Sivir. No, he does have the flash, he is able to escape, and they're not going to try to overdo it. They're going to head back, trying to push the bot wave, trying to get another turret. Olaf is trying to clear the wave, he's trying to escape, he cannot do anything in this situation. Normally Olaf would just run in 1v5, but this Olaf cannot do anything. He barely has any health left. Sejuani is going to chase him down. She does have her ulti, the Glacial Prison is available, but is she going to use it here? Nope, they're just going to chase him down, grab some gold. But of course, this does buy time for Team Universe to push mid lane and grab maybe some gold off the turret. They do have objective shutdowns.
And they are.
Right now,
I mean, they've been using Olaf maybe a little bit as a tactical escape. They've gotten the turret,
so right now,
but is it enough?
Glacial Prison does not land, but Wukong is out of position again. He's the last man standing. He does use flash, but Sejuani's right there. She can land her passive with one more auto, possibly. Maybe Lulu ult being used right now, but Anivia is there to just say, stop, where you going? No, not allowed to escape. Again, Nemesis team is off the charts. Beautiful wall landed by the Anivia. The Sivir going in, gets the kill, but it goes to the Anivia. Lulu barely any HP left. They're just going to push out the mid lane right now, and they might be thinking of looking to end here. Wukong is dead, Zeri's dead, Victor is the only real damage dealer in the team who's able to clear the waves, but they decide against it, and they might be looking to head for the Baron right now. 13 seconds until the Baron spawns, 10 seconds now. It's a very, very simple game for Team Nemesis right now. After getting that much gold lead, after that one misplay fight from Team Universe, they're able to get that gold. They're going to hand the rent buff to their Sivir, and that's going to be another Baron handed to Team Nemesis. Wukong is alive, but I don't think he's going to be able to reach in time. The Yumi emoting here, trolling the trolling Universe, just saying we're a better team, don't even approach us. Olaf as well in the meantime, trying to push the mid lane, trying to get some prio, not let the wave push hard into their base, because the moment the wave pushes into their base, that's going to be the end of the game. So Team Universe has to play pitch perfect right now. They have to demolish everything. They gotta change their mental. They gotta do everything right just to be able to get some gold back and be able to actually contest the game, because right now there's no way they can win. Gragas as well picking up the Wukong. He uses his ult just to disable the Gragas from engaging. Cyclone being used. I've never seen, like, this is such a one-sided game as well. Oh, Zeri being picked off here. Anivia is going to grab an easy kill. Beautiful wall landing and not letting the Zeri escape. TP being used by the Victor. They might catch Anivia here off guard. There's a big shutdown, 500 gold shutdown. Who's it going to go for? It's going to go to the Olaf. A big shutdown coming for the Olaf. Beautiful play, grabbing the Anivia, and that's the first death for the Anivia. Right now they have to focus on the Sivir though. Drake is going to spawn in a minute. So right now Universe, that was a beautiful play. The Zeri does fall, but a lot of gold coming back into the Universe's team. Of course, the gold lead does go down a little bit. 800 gold going to the hands of the Olaf. He's honestly the best performing team member right now. He is playing very good, but he is unable to do anything. His champion does a lot of damage, but he cannot jump into 5 people. He is not tanky enough. He is not very that scary. But meanwhile, while all of that's happening, Victor and Wukong are in the top lane trying to get the second tier turret. Will they be able to finish the job? But meanwhile, Gragas uses his ult to grab the Olaf. Olaf might fall here. Do they have enough damage? Merrill tried to dish out damage, but he does have a lot of magic resist thanks to the I forgot what the item is called, the maul. He has maul, so they're unable to one-shot him that easily, and he is able to escape. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Victor was able to grab another turret, get some gold back to his team, and that 12k gold lead became a 9k gold lead, just like that. Right now, we see Team Universe actually being on the same page, playing the map a bit better. So we might see a bit of improvement, and they might be able to get some kills here and there. But meanwhile, Wukong is in the top lane, so there is no way to contest this Drake, and this third Drake is gonna fall in the hands of Team Nemesis.
The Spaniards, though, are seeking revenge. Universe at the start of this game, very underwhelming, as Nemesis knew almost every single game before even Universe had the faintest idea. It seems though as if they are knowing right now how to play Nemesis and taking the action that is needed. They still, as you mentioned, Ahmed, are 9k gold difference, but they are taking a little bit of control on the field, taking bit by bit the turrets away, but they've got a lot of work still to do right in front of them.
Of course, the Victor right now does do a lot of damage. He has 2 items completed, as well with the anti-heal item and an extra, just a cute little extra Hextech alternator, just to lash out a bit more damage when he casts an ability. So right now, honestly, they need to all in the Sivir. If they catch the Sivir, at least kill 2 or 3 members without dying, right? That would be the best case scenario. But of course, they are unable to do that. Wukong is flanking. He might engage. He does use the Cyclone. No, he does not. He finally uses, but he falls so quickly. Zeri lashing a lot of damage. Victor as well, but it's not enough. Sivir was able to grab 2 kills, and that's going to be a triple kill. This might be a pentakill. 4 kills Quadra, and that's a pentakill coming in for the Sivir. Big damage. They are unable to do anything. Boy Tang grabbing the first pentakill of the tournament. Very simple pentakill for him. 4 items completed. He has the stopwatch as well, so even if they were able to catch him, they won't be able to do the job. A pentakill coming in. Our first pentakill of the tournament, of course, for Sivir. Boy Tang goes under the fountain, uses the stopwatch just to emote them a little bit, just to trigger them more. But total domination, one-sided game, 31 kills to 5. What a beautiful game from Team Nemesis. Very one-sided. I did not expect something like this, but I thought there was potential for a comeback, I suppose. They pushed the top lane, they pushed, got some gold back in the team, but it's not enough. And Boy Tang, anyone who, I'd love to have you for an interview, especially since you got a pentakill, and I would say you were the MVP of the game. Beautiful execution of the Sivir.
1 second, mate. There you go. So for whatever reason, I have some issues with my beacon. Unfortunately, but I'll see if I can fix that soon. Regardless, we can hear you now again. But yeah, Boy Tang, what an incredible game! Just short of 32 minutes, 1 kill per minute was done. From Nemesis's team.
Of course, such a one-sided affair. 30k almost damage from the Sivir. Meanwhile, the Victor was able to put out 18k damage, but it's not enough. He does hurt. Victor scales very well. He does have 3 items completed, but it's not enough. It can never be enough. It can never be enough. Just because you have a Sivir, you have a Yuumi, you have a Sejuani, you have an Anivia, they enable the Sivir so well that you can't touch him. You can't touch him at all. And, draft-wise, honestly, Universe has a better draft. They have better, should have executed better. They missed so much, especially that one fight that lost them the game was when Sivir was able to flank them with a Yuumi ult, and he was able to grab a triple kill and get the head in the games. But other than that, Nemesis was able to coin flip every fight for their advantage. They were able to get everything on the map. They were able to get the Drakes. They were able to get everything. 2 Barons as well. It was just insane gameplay from Team Nemesis.
As we have Boy Tang right over here. Boy Tang connecting to the server Boitang, he is here. How are you doing today? How is everything?
Very good, my friend. Very good.
Welcome, congratulations. First of all, winner after a disastrous, well, after a very controversial game yesterday and a very one-sided game today. You guys must feel delighted.
Yes, it feels very good.
What did you think? Let me ask you something about the draft. Did you
Yes.
draft for the for the silver? And were you scared of, for example, seeing the Olaf, seeing the Wukong, seeing the Zeri, seeing the Lulu? Was that a bit scary, or did you have a game plan to match the silver with the Yumi and win lane, basically, win the game?
We basically drafted to get Siri actually,
Oh.
but as you guys don't know, but I can play both Siri and Sivia. So we actually just wanted to handshake the matchup because if we handshake the matchup, I think I can outperform the enemy. So
Yeah,
quite simple actually.
I mean, the thing I would say, the fight that won you the game, you won the game immediately after this one thing. The big misplay they did when they tried to greed and go to your red side, you flanked I don't know, I've never seen this happen in my life where a Silver Yumi was able to flank a full 5-man team. I've never seen that in my life, and I don't know how it worked, but it did. And they just gave you a triple kill that simply. Big misplay from them.
Yeah, 100%. But
Yeah.
me and Meryl, we actually went through the patch note and they changed Yumi, so when she uses her ultimate, I will get like so many resistance armor, magic resistance, everything.
Oh.
So
I did not know that because I didn't read Yumi's rework really, because I haven't seen her much, so I don't know much
it's
about
fine.
her. So
I think
she is very OP right now.
Yeah, that's why we first picked her.
I see. Because I didn't know. I thought like Yumi is, like before, but right now she's way stronger than before, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean she's quite bad in the laning phase, so
Yeah.
that was also a reason why we kind of gave up lane just to farm.
Yeah.
And then at the Drake fight they kind of misplayed because they used everything and I had boost and my ult, so everything was kind of free. And even though I got quite low, I told my team, guys, just fight with me and we win.
Yeah, of course. I mean, they could not catch you. No matter what they do, they could not catch you. You had Sejuani ult, you had Anivia there zoning out everyone, you had Gragas ult zoning, so they can never catch you. They should have done that early, but they decided not to, and they didn't want to, I suppose, fight you guys.
I mean, I actually think that we outdrafted them quite hard. Because
you think you outdrafted them?
Yeah, because even though they have Wukong, they can't really get onto us because we got the Gragas E, we got Sejuani Q, I think.
Yeah,
and,
like in the draft when you were picking, I said this. I said, draft-wise, I think their draft is a little better, but if you do perform better, you win easily. If they don't let them catch you, if they don't let the Wukong and Olaf catch you, you're set to win. And that's what I said, but it all depends on execution. So the fact that they were unable to get to you proved me right, basically.
Yeah, I mean, Olaf was quite yeah, I mean, it was quite bad because Olaf can't play with Anivia. I mean, he got no dashes, so how the fuck is he like, it's impossible for him to kill me.
That's
I mean, the pentakill was underwhelming. The pentakill, like, you have so much damage. You have 4 items. They can't do anything, and it's like, I'm glad you got a pentakill, but it's just like, it's so underwhelming. It wasn't like an outplay. It was just you do so much more damage.
Yeah, I mean, I actually think top laner Gragas, he smurfed it right when Wukong flashed. He used his E.
Yeah.
So and then I can
then
just
he
pop
ulted
my
immediately.
Yeah, then I can pop my ghost and my ult and kind of free hit everyone. So
did you expect it to be this one-sided though?
That's what my question was gonna be. Yeah.
Nah, we actually think that the UPV or Universe, they are probably the second best team in the league.
Who's the
And
best team then?
Yeah, that's us.
What do you think?
That's us, you know. But I mean, it's fine. Kinda easy, you know.
Let's.
I mean, you might face them again. Who
Uh,
knows?
well, hold on. Before we do that, though, let's talk a little bit about the hold on.
Semis.
Let me see.
Or
Let's talk a little. No, let's talk a little bit about the semis. I mean, you guys are going to face the other Spanish team, Los Pocho Locos. Is there any? Do you guys already have a game plan set up? Do you guys have them already scouted, or?
I mean,
are you
we
guys
haven't.
still going to them blindly? For now.
I mean, we haven't really scouted them yet because we do it week by week.
Mm-hmm.
That's why yesterday was kind of annoying because I think we probably used like maybe 6 hours, you know, to prep, and yeah, then it just yeah,
Tell us
it
a
just
little bit
happened.
about tell us a little bit about yesterday. I mean, obviously, you know, if you don't want to, it's completely fine. But we want to. We want to hear your side of what's happening. My goodness me.
Sebastian.
I
Luckily,
mean,
it's only uni stuff. You can clip it all you want. There's nothing in there. Clip it. I dare you. Clip my library. I dare you.
I think I saw a new folder there.
No, my new folder is called homework.
Oh,
So-
nice.
So yeah.
yeah, okay. I mean, yesterday was kind of annoying. Firstly, because yeah, as I said, we used probably like 6 hours, you know, to prep.
Mm.
I mean, our draft was kind of hectic because me and my support we haven't really played Center Town that much. But we was really afraid of going against the Chogaf and Senna.
Yeah, so you
so-
insta-picked Senna.
Yeah, so we had to insta-pick Senna. I mean, we played like shit, but don't do steroids and be mad about small PP, you know? Like,
I like that one. I like it.
It needs to be on a shirt.
That needs to be on a shirt. I like that. That, you know what? We'll make that shirt officially for you if you win the tournament.
Yeah.
it's gonna
We'll
be
make it.
merchandise.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
If you win, we'll make a merchandise.
And the Meryl rank 1 Korean top laner.
Oh, let's do it.
Yes,
But
yes.
I mean, what do you think of the response of BAEsports and then the response of
Alper.
Alper?
Sorry, I didn't really hit.
Well, how did once everything was found out, once everything was investigated, like we said, you know, they still have 4 hours to give proof and stuff like that. But in the meantime, how did Nemesis see the response of BAEsports? How did Nemesis see the response of Alper Semi-Aiden?
I mean,
what were your opinions on it?
I mean, it was handled quite quick, and it was pretty easy to talk with you guys. I mean, it's just annoying that you guys even put the work into making a rule book, and people don't really read it. So, I think it's. I mean, the community, we don't really care. Like, it kind of, yeah, it is what it is, you know. I mean, if they want to scrim, we can smash them 5-0. It's no problem. But yeah,
I don't think they're showing up anytime soon.
Yeah,
we actually talked about it.
They're happy.
Yeah, we actually talked about it because if they came in today and won, we would have a freeway tiebreaker, and then we would get to play them.
No, you guys would have already been in the next round regardless, so they would have had 2 points.
Yeah, but
you guys are already 4-4, so the only tiebreaker that would have happened was the one that happened right now, and the previous one, which was for 3rd place, which pretty much made no difference, but it's there just, you know, to be there.
yeah, but I mean, they still have 4 hours to send proof. So
correct. Hold on, but we wouldn't be 4 out of 4. We had to replay the match.
Yeah, if If
Yeah, no, true.
if
Correct,
they
correct.
prove that they weren't using anything and they weren't using steroids and they were actually legit.
They actually have a big PP.
Yeah,
By the way,
Exactly.
Alper, don't send us dick pics. That's not proof, alright? So, yeah,
Maybe
no,
it is.
I'll let them send it to you. But granted, 4 hours left for the official confirmation and etc. etc. Are you guys very confident of going to the finals?
I would say, yeah.
Which team is the one that you're most afraid of going ahead? Is it the ones that you've just beat, or is it one of the teams in Group A?
It's 100% the UPV universe.
Alright.
So I think it will be.
Then you beat them easily.
Nah, I think in best of 5 they probably have some spicy picks, and it would be a
Probably,
big
yeah.
problem.
Because of
I
course the
mean-
semifinal is best of 3 though. The semis is best of 3.
Yeah, but if we meet them in the final, it will be best of 5, and
Yes, yes, sir.
I actually think they are pretty good. They also played with substitute today, so it could be fun to play 5 main players versus 5 main players.
Is there?
That would be nice. That would be nice.
It would be. Is there any last message you wanna, or Ahmed, any last question you wanna ask?
Do you use steroids?
It's a good.
No, but I can probably buy some for 250 euros. You know,
What?
Oh,
I can probably
where?
buy some
Oh.
for 250 euros.
I don't know
Wait,
where, but
250 euros or 2 euros and 50 cents?
250 euros when I win the tournament.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right, my guy. So you're
Yes.
gonna get the whole team some steroids.
Yeah, but we
hey, you
won't
gotta
get small
perform better
PP,
in
you
the
know.
next tournament, you know?
Probably.
Is there anything you wanna finish off with to Nemesis, Universe A, Alper, Semi Aiden, anybody else that is possibly watching the stream? You wanna send a message to, say like, "Hi mom" or whatever. I made it to BAEsports.
I made it to BAEsports. I mean, I just want to appreciate my team. Like, they play really well. We work good together. And don't let the Sevilla open next time.
Not the Silver, not the Zeri. None of those two.
I mean, I can get double penta if you want. So,
All right.
Alright.
I love the confidence. Well, Boitang, thank you so much for joining us. into
Yeah,
the
thank you very
tournament. We will
much.
see you next week, battling against the other Spanish team, Los Pocho Locos, in a best of 3, whereas we see Randajar versus Universe, which will be an insane game as well. Good luck next week, and we will see you there. And then.
Thank you very much. And Los Poco Locos is gonna be tapas. Tapas.
Well, we'll wait and see. We'll see how the Spanish see that. But thank you so much for the interview. We'll see you next week. Bye. Thank
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Have a good night.
Have a good one. You too. The absolute confidence from them is insane, but hopefully it is one of those confidence that comes from non-steroid use. Let's put it that way. As he
Yeah,
put
big
it.
PP energy.
Big PP energy. I mean, I think they've calculated their things well with saying that they, that Universe is the second best at this point within the rankings, etc., etc.
I mean, they've proven that so far.
Yeah, no, they have, and as we've mentioned, Group B very difficult. Universe versus Universe versus Randajar, and Los Pocho Locos against Nemesis, the winners of today. That is going to be the games of next week. Both are going to be a best of 3. One is going to be played on Saturday. The other one is going to be played on Sunday. I am very excited to watch and to be able to commentate with you alongside you, Ahmed. It's been an absolute pleasure. Next month, we are though going to start off with the first ever CSGO tournament. Ahmed will not be in that one mainly, but we do have quite a team behind us. I'm excited for this. Ahmed, I hope at least you'll be watching a little bit, seeing into what the tournament may bring, if it could be a flop or a big win. In that case, but until then, we will see each other next week, and then within 2 weeks is the main final. Who do you think will bring it?
I think we're gonna see a best of 5 between Nemesis and University.
Again?
A best of 5, yeah. I think so.
Well, only time will tell. Thank you so much, Ahmed, for being alongside me. My name was Sebastian Gonzalez. You can follow us on Twitter and on Instagram with our ads down below. You can follow us on Instagram. What I mean by that as well, you can follow BAEsports on Instagram or on Twitter at @WeAreBAEsports. The same thing as our Twitter or our YouTube handle. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you give it a follow. Make sure you follow on everything except our OnlyFans, because that one is not set up yet. And you'll see each other in the next one. And in the meantime, we will show you as well the intro of CSGO. Have a good one. Take care, everyone. Bye. You're not gonna wave? Alright, fair enough.